Hello everyone. I am sending you this recording so you can practice over the weekend, and so this is going to be a consecutive exercise, and of course, in the educational setting, and you will have to interpret both into English and Spanish. And what I will do is I will read first the segment in English. I will leave a pause, and then, excuse me, I won't leave a pause. You'll have to pause the recording, and then you will render that into Spanish. Then I will say the English. Of course, you have to play the recording again. Then I will say the Spanish. You'll have to pause again, and then you interpret into English, and like this until the end of the recording. I will also give you the topic of the dialogue. So you could, if you want, try to do a short prediction exercise, and you could think, you can try to think who's going to be in the encounter, what the topics of the encounter are going to be, also the role that you might be expected to take on, and so on. And also, before I start the actual script, I will leave some seconds for you to introduce yourselves. So remember to go back to the protocols information and try to cover everything in the introduction protocol, so the introduction checklist, so your introduction is complete. So if you want, you can, I will tell you now the topic of the script. It's a conferences night at an elementary school. So if you want, you can now pause the recording, do the prediction, and then I will also give you an introduction for you to introduce yourselves. Now pause the recording. Okay, now you have some seconds to introduce yourself. Of course, because it's a conferences night, there's going to be a teacher who's going to speak English, and there's going to be a parent who's going to speak Spanish. So please remember to make introductions in both languages. And you can pause the recording now and record yourself your own introduction. Okay, and the interpreting script starts now. Teacher: it's so good to meet you. I'm Mr. McEnroe, but the students call me Mr. M. So please take a seat. First of all, do you have any questions for me? Now please pause the recording and interpret into Spanish. No, la verdad es que no. Now pause the recording and interpret into English. And you have to do this consecutively all the time. Teacher: I have some of Magali's work here, and as you can see, Magali doesn't seem to be putting forth a lot of effort in her classes. Do you know why she isn't doing her homework? Pause. Parent: no, yo siempre le pregunto si tiene alguna tarea, pero siempre dice que no, que la ha hecho en el colegio. Pause. Well, we send home a folder with Magali's assignments in it every day. Pause. Sí, ya lo sé, pero es muy difícil porque yo no leo el inglés muy bien. Pause. I'm so sorry, but my high school French is a bit rusty. Excuse me. I'm sorry, but my high school Spanish is a bit rusty. I don't think it would help you at all if I tried to write instructions in French. Now, maybe you have someone in your family that you know who could read or translate it for you. Or someone who could just help Magali with her homework, kind of an unofficial tutor or something. Pause. Pues no tenemos a nadie que pueda hacer eso. Pause. Well, if Magali doesn't start doing her homework and trying at school, she'll fall even further behind than she already is. Pause. A nosotros nos gustaría que nuestra hija tuviera unos maestros que hablaran español para que puedan hablar con nosotros y con Magali en español. Pause. Well, you could send Magali to the Spanish immersion school if you want, but are you sure she'd be accepted with her current work ethic? Bueno, a nosotros nos gustaría mandarla a la escuela porque así podría respetar más a los maestros y trabajar más. I think the students should, well, chances are that if Magali doesn't respect English-speaking teachers that much, she won't respect Spanish-speaking teachers either. Yo creo que ha sido para Magali muy difícil adaptarse porque era una muy buena estudiante en México, pero es una de las peores estudiantes en su clase aquí porque su inglés no es muy bueno. Well, yeah, she has indeed the potential to be an excellent student. The Spanish immersion school could be a good thing to look into if you want. If not, could you try to connect Magali with a tutor? It could be a friend, her brother, a sister, who can help her with her homework. Sí, sí, la verdad es que sí, podemos intentar buscar a alguien. I also am slightly concerned about Magali's health. Does she get plenty of sleep every night? Bueno, nosotros intentamos que se acueste a eso de las 10. It's just that she often complains of feeling very tired in the afternoons and seems to find it difficult to concentrate. Here we encourage parents to put their children to bed not later than 9, so they can get plenty of sleep. Now, how many hours of sleep do you think she gets on average? Bueno, ella se levanta entre las 6:30 y 7, así que duerme unas 8 o 9 horas. Bueno, I'm sorry. Okay, it's a bit strange that she's so tired then. Is she very active in the evenings? No, si ella siempre dice que está demasiado cansada para salir a jugar. Normalmente lo único que hace es ver la tele. I'm not sure, but maybe you should mention it to the doctor next time Magali goes for a checkup. She seems very lethargic for a child of her age. Sorry, I hope you don't mind mentioning this, but you know, I've just noticed it particularly over the last few weeks, and I think it's worth looking into. Now, we always recommend no more than 1 hour of TV each night. Children should spend more time being active and doing interactive activities. Bueno, yo supongo que ninguno de nosotros, ni usted ni yo, somos médicos. Así que no sé si es que ella es simplemente así, de un modo natural. Oh, sure. I just thought maybe it was worth checking out when Magali goes next to see the doctor. But it's your call. Bueno, ella siempre ha sido una niña muy sana y la verdad es que no va a ver al médico con frecuencia. Pero la siguiente vez que vayamos, se lo preguntaré al médico. Gracias. Sure, it's my pleasure. Now, I think that's all I need to discuss with you for now. But if you have any questions, you can call me anytime. Now, here's my number. Thank you. Bye-bye.